Hi, this is Julio Anta from Anta's Fitness and Self-Defense here in Doral. And today we're going to be talking about week two of the Indistractable Challenge. We just finished week one. Awesome. Week one was great. Had great response from the parents. I literally had a lot of parents tell me how great it's going, but I'm going to mention two. Tomas. It's posted on our social media. The father sent us. He switched. They took his TV this week. That just happened. TV time. Instead of TV time, training time. So he sent me a picture of this 5-year-old doing push-ups, kicking a bag without a shirt. You know, I love it. You guys know how I love the fitness and martial arts are one. And Sara, one of the girls that we've had when she first came that was very distracted, which is doing a lot better now. How they're controlling her electronics. And by controlling her electronics, just 1 week, we bumped into them yesterday in South Beach. Just 1 week, they see a huge difference. So, before I start to review the checklist for week two, before I review the checklist for week two, I want to tell you a story. This one's about me. Well, first of all, many years ago, I think 1989, I took my wife to Parris Island, North Carolina, Marine Corps boot camp, and I was still in the reserves, and we went, and we're there. I had graduated in 81. I went to boot camp in 1980. So, a few years later, we're actually... 8 years later, I go back. First time I had been back, and we're driving, and we're seeing, I'm reminiscing. You can't laugh when you're there, but the drill instructors are the toughest, meanest people, but you crack up with them. I mean, not while you're there. So we're there, and I'm watching them screaming, yelling at the recruits, remembering how I couldn't laugh because on the contrary, we were like... scared. I mean, we hated them. We wanted to be like them. Well, anyway, long story short, we're going and they're marching, and all of a sudden, the DI says, right face. Everybody goes right. One guy goes left, and he keeps on going, and he keeps on going. And my wife is freaking out. And what's wrong with that kid? He won't stop. The drill instructor now is chasing him, screaming, yelling, smacking him with the smoky, his hat, his cover, is what we call it, but, we hitting him. And the kid finally stops, but it took him for a while. My wife is saying, what is wrong with that kid? Guess what, guys? I was just like that kid. I did that more than once, because you guys know I have ADD. I'm very distracted. Marine Corps helped me a lot. Not the way Indistractable is helping our children. I mean, we're not going to scream, yell, smack them in the head, and, stuff like that to wake them up. But I was that kid. I did it more than once. I would just daze off, and, all I would do is pray to God not to get distracted, not to get put back. Recycle was the word. It wasn't coming. Not to get what they call recycle. You do, they're like 4-week periods, and you got 3 phases. And if you get recycled, you have to start the phase all over. I don't want to do it again. That means doing it almost twice. Going through hell twice. So anyway, that's my story. Teen, adults, we all get distracted. Some of us are more distracted than others. Now, as I was saying, let's start reviewing week one first. Week one is done. It was, you guys worked on electronics while you're eating, not using them. Plus, there was other things to do. Make sure that today, if your child's first day of class is today, Monday, to bring this paper, week one, all filled out, show it to Mrs. Anta, so we can put it in our files that you did it. And if Tuesday's the first day, Tuesday. Remember, we don't want to see them a week, 2 weeks later. Okay, so make sure you turn that in, please. so we could do everything we told you about if you turned it in. Now, also remember week 1, if you haven't done it yet, a 24-hour social media break. Okay, within the next 30 days, make sure that's there. You might have done it already, you might have not. Now, week 2, this is it. This one, it's all right here. So this is all you're going to have to show the following week. So week 2 is Indistractable Academic Success. So it's only, this one's, it's got questions, but the activities you're going to do is just for 5 days. And you'll understand why. First of all, does your child do homework when they get home right away? That's what they should do. And that's what this is about, to do. Now, I know some of you have your child, they're working, they're in an after-school program. I know how those after-school programs are, you know. But if they're in an after-school program, try to talk to them to make sure, you know, and reinforce it more in the after-school. And then you could put here after school or non-applicable NA if they didn't have homework that day. So what you're going to do that day is enforce a homework first policy for an entire school week. Take note of what you notice. Check off the days below and reward your child on day 5. Rewards are very important. And again, no electronics. No phone, no electronics while they're doing their homework. I know some parents said, well, they have to because they do it on their iPad. Well, what I mean by no electronics is, you know, not texting their friends, going on social media, stuff like that. Most homeworks are done on electronics today. That's what we mean. And, you know, here you're going to have some more questions to fill out. Now, the other important thing is the action steps. Choose a small reward to give your child the next time they get a good grade, and a larger one reward at the end of the year if they keep that up. And let them know what the reward is now. So, you see if I have anything else. Yes, what I was putting in my notes was to remind you to turn that in today. Today, tomorrow, if your child's first day of class this week is Wednesday or Friday, then that day. We're not accepting this a week late. Try to do it the first day they come to class. I would love for all of you to get down, sit, watch my class. I want you to see what I'm teaching your child and their improvement. But I know some of you can't. If you can't come in and bring it to Mrs. Anta, then have your child bring it. But it's better if you bring it in so they can get in class on time and they're not standing there waiting. So, super excited and to hear your stories. Put them up on our social media. Your stories of the success of the Indistractable Challenge. And all the other thing, a lot of the parents are already reading the book. Awesome, man. That's what I want to see. We are on a mission to make children indistractable. And until next week, this is Julio Anta from Anta's Fitness and Self-Defense. Live fit, live fearless, and God bless you.